Good morning from Yami BTV, wishing you all well, of course. So we start today's selection of videos of To a Sad Start, but also a quite inspiring one story as well. And it's a case that reached public and national headlines and a big outcry, but a great response from our own very British public, right? So we are talking, and he's 10 years old now, the case of Tony Hudgell, right? Tortured by his own mum and her partner when he was a little baby. So his mum, Jodie Simpson, her partner at the time, Anthony Smith, got convicted at the Crown Court in 2018 and sentenced to 10 years each for the horrific and horrendous injuries that they caused on little Tony, causing him to lose his legs, and his legs had to be amputated. But the British public raised well over £1 million to get him some prosthetic legs, where he took part in charities to benefit others, and showing great strength and resilience with what happened to him and coming back from that kind of stuff, if you get what I mean. And a lot of footballers and celebrities and other major people got involved in this case and went to visit him in hospital. As you could probably see photos of him with a couple of those I mentioned there in those photographs, right, whilst he was in hospital. So a great battle back and a great comeback. So they get sentenced to 10 years each. They both get attacked in prison in the past and up to the present day, not really severely. I mean, his mother was subject to people coming into a cell and giving her a few slaps here and there. And Anthony Smith got a couple of got hit on the head with a couple of tuna cans and other instruments in a sock and all that. Hardly the gallows kind of treatment, if you get what I mean. Not promoting, violence or nothing on Yami BTV, but index offences of that kind often get prison justice by much more severe retribution. Now look, his mother, Jodie Simpson, got released last February, or she came out or got recalled from that 10-year sentence. So she got released on parole, right? Subject to licence conditions. Now, whilst on them licence conditions, she got into a relationship with a known sex offender. Rightly so, probation breacher, because it shows that her mind's still a bit warped and her decision-making is still a bit strange, like it was with the infliction of those injuries on her poor little son. She gets recalled back, gets attacked again here and there. Anthony Smith is subject to go on a parole hearing very soon as well. But both, her especially, have stopped those parole hearings being made public, meaning that they will be held in private, so that we, the general public, once again, protecting these kind of offenders, they say, because everybody's entitled to be rehabilitated, resettled, without having vigilantes and people knowing who they are and that kind of stuff, and to protect them basically from being attacked and vilified in public, so they're allowed to lead normal lives, so to speak. Okay, all right, safe. But we asked him, because Jodie Simpson has been recalled for, a serious breach of her licence conditions, we want the licence conditions to be made public. Not so much we want to know where she lives, and that, but our communities need to be reassured that this kind of thing is not going to happen to any more little children. So, keeping it in private, we kind of, we get where you're coming from, but we're entitled to know where, what you're going to be doing and how your risk is going to be managed in the community. Yeah, this is what we're asking for. But it looks like they've stepped in and said, no, both parole hearings will be behind closed doors, where none of the conditions and things relating to a prison behaviour. So we're not allowed to have a look at to see if we think that they're right by releasing them back in the community. Do we believe that we should have a say into it all? Well, hear what? Poor little Tony, right? right now, 10 years old, like I said. His lovely adopted parents that took him on after what happened to him. Do you know what young Tony has turned around and said to his adopted mum, Paula? She says, look, your mother's now been recalled back to prison for the crimes that she committed on you for a new kind of thing. Do you know what young Tony said to his adopted mother, Paula? He said, good. That's where she is to stay. So we asked that for such crimes that you get to stay in prison. But the next best thing is open up the bloody hearing for a public one so we can see what kind of justice is being meted out here, and to make sure that our communities are safe from people like this. They're about to be released. And if you can't listen to what a little boy is telling you, what is he saying? Good because of what she did to me? Or good because I'm frightened? What if she comes back for me again? Or a mixture of everything? We ask you on Yummy TV to listen to what the little boy says and listen to what he wants. After all, these are what victim impact statements are all about, aren't they? And we do this and we represent the little boy Tony and hope that he gets his way and that she actually stays in there.